I'm always up for trying an interesting idea, and that's exactly what I just got done doing with We Are the Dwarves, a game that takes the classic fantasy dwarves, puts them in space armor, and well, sends them up into space. But is this one dwarven quest that's worth taking, or should these dwarves just get lost in space? We Are the Dwarves is an interesting action tactical hybrid that features 3 playable characters that you get to control. Each are dwarves, and each dwarf brings a different element to the table. You have the stealthy character that's able to hide in shadows easier and pick people off with more long-range bow attacks. You have the brute that's able to kind of go in there, it's named Smash Fist, and well, he lives up to the name, being able to smash his way through most situations. And then you have Forcer, who uses a variety of guns in order to take out his enemies. Each of the dwarves has different moves in their arsenal that they'll be able to pull off during battle, most of which have to recharge after using them, so you want to make sure you're smart and use the right ones at the right time so you don't end up having nothing to use when you're getting swarmed by a big group of enemies. The game features multiple difficulties, and it will put up quite a fight. Even on the easy difficulty, there are times where battles can get on the challenging side. And while the game features a pretty good emphasis on the action, it doesn't always want you to do so. A lot of times, stealthing your way through the situation is going to end up being the better result. You don't get any experience, though, for fighting the enemy, so really, other than unlocking a few trophies, there's not really a need to actually battle most of the things you're going to be dealing with. Instead, you're going to want to explore a bit and find various power-ups that you can then use at save points in order to power up your dwarf with 2 different styles of power-ups to increase their overall abilities. It's quite easy to lose your health gauge rather fast, especially in more intense situations and in a few specific levels in general. And the way that healing is dealt is you will find basically these healing spheres, and you just get near one, press L1, and you're instantly healed up, and you can use it as much as you want. So you can run, do a little bit of a battle, then run back and heal back up again, and then go back and do more fighting. You don't end up having health items or the like during the course of fight, so you always have to keep an eye on this. There is a good amount of these healing spheres as well as other save points, so you usually don't get set back too far in the game. The game is broken up into multiple chapters with a bunch of areas in each of them, and as you're going through, usually the levels are quite linear. There is a little bit of exploration, but not really much. Most of the time it's just entering an area, complete a goal along the path to getting to the exit of that same area. One cool factor is the environment does come into play. You can accidentally fall off the area, in which case you have to watch your gravity meter, as well as the enemies can be blasted off. So you could run up to an enemy real fast, blast them, and they go flying off, and you don't have to worry about fighting that particular one. Using these strategies at the right moments will really end up helping in fights. And then there's the extremely obnoxious anti-gravity levels. Here you still have goals to complete besides just getting through, though the levels are still pretty linear, but you have to maneuver your character using their projectiles, and you just end up taking a lot of damage from enemies. You can instantly fall into black holes and die, and just the overall control during these stages is abysmal at best. Honestly, one of the best parts about We Are the Dwarves is the multiplayer. Here you can select different multiplayer scenarios and play up to 3 players with each controlling a different one of the dwarves. Honestly, the most fun probably you're going to end up having with this game is with that particular mode. From the technical side of things, We Are the Dwarves ran fine and didn't run into major slowdown or glitching, crashing of any sort. We Are the Dwarves is now available on the PlayStation 4 for $14.99. It does not feature a full trophy list or a platinum, unfortunately. Overall, I appreciate the idea of We Are the Dwarves, and I did have some fun with it, but with the lack of any real reason to actually do the battles in the game, along with the camera getting in the way from time to time, and there's absolutely awful anti-gravity levels, it just ended up sucking some of the fun out. I think there will be some out there that end up enjoying the game, but just know what you're getting into before you end up making that purchase. With everything said, I'm going to be giving We Are the Dwarves an average 5 out of 10. But anyway guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course I hope you enjoyed.